My name is Wangari Bogwa. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. I've been here for 19 years.
My name is Girame Sido. I was born in Ethiopia, but I was raised outside of the country for most of my life. I've been here in Canada for 26 years, going on my 27th.
Hi, my name is John. I live in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I've lived here for about 10 years now.
Je m'appelle Mohamed Hassan Magasuba. Je suis originaire du Congo-Brazzaville et de la Guinée-Conakry. Et je suis au Canada depuis 10 ans.
My name is Amos. I am Ghanaian and I have been in Canada for the last 6 years.
Growing up as a kid, I've always wanted to go back to my home country, but the fact that I don't speak all the languages all that fluently, I hadn't gone back. I'm probably not very aware of all the cultural norms and social norms and so on. But last year, I had the time of my life. I was in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa, the capital, for 3 weeks.
Oh, I miss so much about Ghana. Firstly, family, friends that are more than just friends. They are kind of like brothers who are always around.
So what I miss most about Nigeria is actually family, believe it or not.
Ce qui me manque du Congo-Brazzaville, c'est ma famille, ma grand-mère.
What I miss most about Kenya is the family being together.
Surprising to say this, I miss how things work in Ghana in terms of the people you know and how it can help you through whatever you want to do, even in terms of career and schooling.
People, when they grow up here, you have cousins, you have uncles, people who are established here. But coming here, you find yourself very alone. Nobody wants to take a chance on you. Nobody wants to help you, not because they can't, but just because they don't know you sometimes. Like, why should I help this person, So just that feeling of being alone.
Facilement, on tombe dans la solitude ici parce que même si on a quelques membres de la famille, ben on adhère vite au concept de mon espace, ton espace, mon chez moi, ton chez toi. Faut appeler avant de venir, nanana, et ça.
In Ghana, you can rely on friends anytime. You call them, they'll come around. Here, you call somebody and I need to check my schedule if I can make it. You invite people to come for party. They are there for 3 minutes. The moment they even enter, they are telling you, I have to leave in 2 hours. What kind of party is that when you come for only 2 hours?
Tu dois commencer à prendre des rendez-vous pour aller voir les gens. Alors que, je sais pas, en Afrique, t'es chez toi, tu as tes tantes, tes oncles qui vivent là, et rapidement, je sais pas, n'importe quand tu peux avoir de la visite, et les gens qui te rendent visite, parfois même c'est des gens qui passent et puis hey, tu vois, je sais pas, je trouve que il y a plus d'énergie, il y a plus d'échange d'énergie là, il y a de la joie, il y a la joie de vivre. Et parfois tu passes en voiture, tu vois la famille, bibi bibi, ici tu fais pas ça, ici au Canada tu fais bibi bibi, 911 direct, someone is disturbing, ok, tu vois.
Here, things are very cut and dry, If you are late on your rent for 2 days, believe me, you'll be on the streets by the 3rd day.
The life here is different. The culture, the way you bring up your children here, it's not the same way you bring them up back home. And the discipline is different, and also the way the children understand the way a parent instructs them. They follow what they have been instructed on.
I'm fortunate enough to have lived in a country like Canada where just about every culture and ethnic group and whatever is represented here. It's very diverse, and we all like this diversity. Many African countries have that as well. However, for me, what was magical was walking around and seeing hey, everyone looks like me here. You know what I mean? I've never had that experience before. If anything, I'm the guy. I look around and nobody looks like me. You know, do you know what I mean? Like it's this, and we all want this sense of belonging, and belonging isn't just, you know, one of appearance. You know, we can belong to the same group, team sport, the same, you know, artistic community and so on. But there's a different type of belonging. And when I walked in Addis Ababa, in various parts of the city, because I was traveling all over the city, you know, I could see people and be like, hey, that looks like my dad. Hey, that looks like my mom. Hey, that looks like my sister. You know, so it was a blast. It was a time of my life. I loved it.
Et au lieu de me revoir, tu sais, comme un ami, comme un vieil ami, il me voit comme une opportunité, comme un moyen un moyen d'arriver, soit d'arriver au Canada, ou un moyen de, tu sais, je sais pas, juste un moyen, tu sais, d'améliorer leur sort, leur situation là-bas. Et malheureusement, ça fait que, bah, je sens que la relation n'est plus vraiment, elle est plus réelle, là, tu sais, je sens qu'il y a un intérêt, tu sais, je suis un intérêt pour l'autre et je trouve que ça tue un peu les amitiés avec les amis là-bas.
Another is public transport. In Ghana, it's called trotro. I remember back in my university days, I closed from work, from school, very stressful day. But you get into a trotro and you see what always there's a fight between the mate who is called the mate and a passenger quarreling over change, common small city notes, and you know that can just change your whole day for you. It makes you forget your worries. In Canada, buses they work well, but you get on a bus, nobody will talk to you. Make a mistake and talk to somebody, and probably they even call the cops on you that you're intruding their space or you're a pervert.
Well, I remember one time I was like, I was sick. You know, I'm the one who freaking got up and went to the store and bought my own medicine. You know, back home, just lie down on the bed and be crying. You know, when your mom like, oh, she's, you know, feeling so bad for you, and everybody around you is making your favorite food. You know, but here, I got sick. Like, okay, if you like, lie down there. When you look this way, you look that way, you look roof, stand up. You stumble to the pharmacy, you buy your drugs, you go home, and you keep lying down until you get better.
For me, when I was in Ethiopia, what really caught my attention was how amazing the food was.
I miss the food.
The size of the injera out there was mind-boggling. You know, when I was a kid, I remember at home, my mom would make injeras, and they would be like, you know, as round as, say, the size of a plate.
All the spices. These are from Africa. I brought those when I came back.
Forget about how they, you know, just the look, the taste. Because everything tasted just so tasty, so natural, so organic, you know, everything from the meat, from the fruits, from the vegetables, you know. I was there and I ate and I ate and I ate and I ironically lost a lot of weight.
Back home, everything is mostly organic, where you buy them from, mostly from the garden to your stove to your plate.
The Ethiopian jiu-jitsu team was invited to go to Vienna, Austria to fight at the International Jiu-Jitsu Championships. And I went to Austria as well to film them. And when the Ethiopian team got there, all they kept talking about to me was, have you seen the sun? Where is the sun? They were obsessed because they couldn't see the sun. You know, it was always overcast, rainy, and whatnot. And for them, it was confusing. They're like, where is the sun? And when you go to Ethiopia, the sun is always there. It's omnipresent, you know.
Here we have 4 seasons: winter, fall, spring, and summer. Back home, we only have rain and shine. And the difference is minus 40 wind chill, 45, minus 30, and over there the lowest is plus 15. That's as low as you're gonna go, and the highest it can reach plus 40.
You know, I call Canada home. And growing up, Canada was always home, but you always knew you had another home. And this home was, in my case, generally speaking, Ethiopia.
Every time I live here, I say I'm going home. When I come back, I say I'm coming home. So I'm torn, I'm in between.
My love, my life is always Nigeria, and there's no place like home.
I do believe nyumbani ni nyumbani.